This is a tour of Dan Brasich's campground cabins at Priest Lake, Idaho. So his spot is between this green post here on the left and this little pile of construction stuff. So his spot is right here, and it goes back about 50 yards maybe. To the right is a big shop where during the week they have guys working construction. Never heard it too loud, but close neighbor. And then, sorry, that was to the right. To the left is a small cabin that's owned by somebody else. That yellow small cabin back there. Have never seen that person up here, so a little bit of privacy that direction. We'll take you through all the different stuff he has, but if you go down this road to the end of that road, you can see maybe it's 150 yards, 200 yards. That's where it drops down to the beach with nice kind of private beach access shared with all the homeowners association, and great views of the mountains on the other side. Back here to the right over there by that green and blue is where Dad saw the wolves. And then out this way, right here, is National Forest, and then all the way back that way, millions of acres of National Forest. Okay, so back to Dad's spot. So it's kind of a long, skinny, driveway-sized piece of property. He's got 3 cabins, a couple sheds, and our camper's up right now. So this right here is what he calls the Unabomber cabin. There is a toilet inside that flushes, but no running water. When our camper's here, this is set up and popped out. It's like the size of a school bus. 2 king beds, kitchenette, running hot water here. We'll go inside. So here is the inside of the Unabomber cabin. He's got a little fridge going, a bunch of tools, lots of stuff. It does have a light. I'll show you how that power works. And this is the toilet with a curtain, half curtain for privacy. So that's it. That's it for the Unabomber. The power is all coming from an extension cord that runs all the way back to Copper Bay Construction. Dad's friends with Ken Hagman, who helps him out with power. For water, for the toilet, we take these cans and carry them over to that brown shed back there in the background where there's a water spigot, fill them, carry them back, and then dump them in the top of the toilet, and the toilet will flush. Let's keep going through Dad's property. So, he's just got this is just kind of a shed for wood storage and tools. This right here is another shed for wood, tools. This little log cabin here is, we call it Mike's Place. It's just a 1-bedroom cabin, 1-room cabin. It's got a bed in it, a wood-burning stove, and that's about it. He's sleeping in there now, so we won't go in, but it's not any more fancy than the Unabomber cabin in terms of walls. It doesn't have any, it might have a light, but it doesn't have any water or anything. And then this cabin big one here is new, and it's the biggest, nicest one. We don't have a name for it yet. You can go inside. Another shed here where he kind of puts more tools, and the four-wheeler. Here's a shot of the front of Mike's place. Okay, let's go in here. I don't know what you call this, the big cabin so far. So it's just kind of bare bones. Well, he's got stuff in it, but in terms of amenities, bare bones, walls, no electricity, no water, anything. It's got lots of space though for sleeping. And there's a loft up there. And there's another huge loft up here. So, yeah, nothing in here. I think it looks like he's running old school oil lanterns for light in here. I don't see extension cords or electricity or anything. Let's look at the there's the four-wheeler. It's brand new this year, so no worries about it breaking down when you get way back there. And we'll go through the camper real quick. So it's got a king-size bed over here, and a king-size bed over here. Kelly and the kids are sleeping in there, so it'll be a little bit quiet. When we go in, you'll hear the heater is on, so it can stay warm. That runs off of propane. So we've got propane, batteries, so we can have power when we're dry camping. I can also hook it up to a small generator that I plan. If we go to Yellowstone, I can bring, or if we lose power here. We've got a little fridge in there that we hardly ever use, but it does run. It's called the three-way fridge, so it can run off the batteries, it can run off the propane, or it can run off the, I think it's called the AC power. It's got a tank for hot water, or you can hook up a hose. If you use the tank, it has a pump to keep the pressure. This is a small hot water heater, just like the one at your house. So inside it has a sink with warm hot water. I don't have the key, but this right here opens up and it's a shower head. So you can have a warm shower. We can do a little pop-up tent that looks like a honey bucket, and you can take a shower. We also have what's called a cassette toilet, just a small square toilet that has a tank and flushes, but you have to clean it out at the end of the trip. Here's the inside of the camper. Microwave. We can run the microwave. We can run the coffee pot. That's the small fridge. This is a simple bed that folds up into a couch. One of the big beds. It's actually pretty warm in here right now. Kind of messy. 3-burner stove. Here's the sink with the oven on top of it. You can take that off. Run it with water. And then you have this here, which is kind of like a kitchenette table. And that will fold down into another bed. So we got a big bed, a little bed, a little bed, a big bed. thing that I forgot, this little piece out, this railing here. So there's a 2-burner propane stove that I haven't set up that comes out and sets up right there on that rail, kind of like a barbecue, but it's a 2-burner stove. But we can also bring a barbecue with a grill. So, okay. I think that's it. Actually, I can let's run back out. You know, if we come up to Priest, I got the little 11-foot tin boat, which is only safe for maybe 2 adults and 1 or 2 kids. Probably 2 adults and 1 kid at the most. Again, this road leads down to the beach, and if you at the end, it kind of bends to the right, and then just maybe 1 or 2 houses that direction is Gary and Mary Margaret's house, where we would maybe ask to see, maybe Elaine could stay there sometime. This way, this is the National Forest again. Up this way about maybe 50, 60 yards is a trail that breaks off to the right, that's to the north, and goes through the forest for miles and miles. You can go all the way up to the upper lake. It's a great trail for mountain biking and hiking. All right, signing off.